after a 3-month hiatus, it is actually 2 back-to-back weeks that I am with Sam for another trip back in time in the wrestling time machine to the year 2004. Sam, are you ready for SmackDown?
Oh, yeah.
It looks like we got incidents, though, so you ready for that first?
Yeah, let me get it from my screen so I can check them out. Oh, Parka. Oh, it's Road Dogg. Oh, Road Dogg's on rehab. Did he just come back from rehab or something?
No, I think we put off sending him until he did it again.
Alright, let's just send him to rehab.
Yeah.
What did that say? Go back to the spirit log?
Yeah, we put off sending him until it happened again.
Oh, okay. Yeah, rehab.
Sorry, Road Dogg. How are you
unhappy? Billy Gunn's unhappy, or what?
Why are you unhappy?
How dare you get my guy some help?
It's like, why are you unhappy? We're sending you to get help.
I know. How dare you fucking get him help?
Well, this.
Do we use him?
Oh, he's injured. I forgot. Ah, fuck him then. He's injured.
What about Billy Gunn? Do we use Billy Gunn? We could give Billy Gunn a bonus.
Well, no, I mean,
he's not on the list.
He's not on the. He's not angry with us.
Why is Kevin Nash so angry?
I don't know. Angry at an incident involving him.
Do we use him?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he's in the main event storyline. Yeah, here's 10 grand, Kev. Go fucking buy some drugs.
Actually, no.
I'm mad because Kevin Nash hates me. Stacey Keebler has some morale issues. I'll give her some morale.
How about let's just give her some money and avoid a sexual harassment lawsuit?
Yeah, I guess. But what if we give her money to perform? Never mind.
That, once again, sexual harassment lawsuit.
Stacey Keebler was so funny. I mean, in WCW. Can you believe that David Flair, I guess he could because he's her first son, but he bangs Stacey Keebler and Tori Wilson?
No, no, I can't believe that.
It's happened. Wait,
Yeah.
go back to the Hungarian Barbarian. Is that somebody or no?
No, I just signed him because he had a funny name.
I saw a guy that I wanted to use. Oh, have we used Os Carlos Jr. lately?
No, I don't think so.
Let's put him in a dark match.
Wait. Okay, Dos Caras is a babyface.
That's funny. Take the mask off and he'll be a heel.
So that means he can verse basically any of our undercard.
Well, let's put him against. Oh no, Chris Hero's too low in the card. Let's put him against a lower mid card.
Well, if we put it on the pre-show, then he could fight anybody we want.
They're gonna say, the fans are gonna say, "Oh, I can't believe you put 2 jobbers in a match."
No, that doesn't happen on the pre-show. In this game.
Hashimoto. I got my Hashimoto pipe. I guess that doesn't work very well. Chris Jericho, he's gonna feel critic.
I'm glad you remembered.
Yeah. I was gonna ask, what are we doing with Chris Jericho, but then I remembered that he's gonna go to Kurt Angle.
And Kurt Angle's in a feud with Chris Jericho. Bless you.
Is Rhino the hardcore champion?
Of course, Rhino was always the hardcore champion. Rhino is the hardcore. Rhino is Mr. Hardcore.
We got a hell of a roster.
Yeah.
Let's put Steve Corino on fucking Velocity.
Well, I'm guessing that we didn't pick a brand for Corino, considering he was just on the pre-show. Well, actually, he's been on both shows now. Because he was on Velocity last week, and he was on Raw's pre-show the week before. I mean, this week.
You're right.
He does have a really good record, though.
17-9.
Yeah.
Where's this 78? Oh, it's not there. Oh, there it is. Sanjay Dutt and Steve Corino and MLW got a 78. And MLW Wrestle Bowl.
Oh.
MLW. Major League Weenies.
Didn't take you that
Oh,
long.
Shannon Moore. I listened to an interview with Shannon Moore recently.
Oh, he's still trying to be relevant?
Yeah, basically. It was, there's this podcast called Why It Ended with Robbie E. It's about people who started and went away. Let's sign Rob Echoes too.
Okay.
And make him Robert Strauss.
I don't think we... Do we? No, we have him already.
Oh shit, we have him.
No.
From a dark match. Fucking Robbie E. Heel. He looks so different, it's so crazy.
Funaki it is.
That works. No bother to pick a winner.
Okay.
I love doing that. Whenever I book CW, and it's like just a filler match, I just don't pick a winner usually.
Yeah, it's more fun.
It is. Shane McMahon. Welcome to Smack. Oh, it's Channel 1. And it's Velocity anyway. Then Zeno. I guess we'll change the Los Guerreros feud.
Yeah, I think we were moving to the Impact players anyway.
Okay.
Because,
Because of Road Dogg's incidences.
well, yeah, and I think we used Storm and Justin's feud with London and Kendrick to crown them number one contenders.
Okay. Are the Guerreros the tag team champions right now?
They are.
Oh, sweet.
I take it back. I don't think Akio can talk.
Wait, I guess what the weather looks like outside. 67, the high of 81. It isn't bad. Tomorrow's gonna get hot though. My daughter. Oh, can you even hear me right now?
Yeah.
Okay. Like, do I sound like I'm across the room?
I mean, if you're across the room, you're pretty loud for across the room.
Dude, I'm hella across the room. I'm at least 10 feet from my microphone. I'm at least 10 feet from my microphone. Maybe 20 feet.
You still sound pretty close.
That's good.
Yeah.
No, more like 15 feet, but still. I just went open the window because I'm going to bowl. Yes!
You're not very good at measurements, are you?
I wouldn't mind seeing that whistle. Since they suck, they're handsome talent.
Well, I mean, it's been a while since the Headbangers worked. So...
That's the rubber, baby.
Okay, now I gotta figure out other angles to put on this show.
No, you should put, I'm not telling you anything that you don't already know. That was a really good gimmick. I wish she wouldn't have fucking flopped with it.
Yeah. We could start doing something like that with him now.
On Velocity.
Well, we'll see how it goes, and then maybe we'll move it to SmackDown.
We'll see. He kind of sucks in the game. He's dead in real life. How did he die? Did he overdose?
I don't know. Probably. My opinion, when in doubt, go for a video package.
Yeah.
Los Guerreros. What's the time left? 9 minutes? Well, hopefully we could do a,
This dude really got in a singles role. I mean, might as well do something with him.
Okay.
Disco. Oh, no, not Disco.
Ernest Miller!
Okay, that works.
Plus, we only needed like 7
maybe
minutes.
It'll be like the main event, maybe. I don't know. Maybe some main event.
That's Velocity. Who cares?
Yeah, fuck it.
Okay. That's,
What's his name? Oh, there we go.
yeah. That's,
20? I mean, it's not awful.
no. It's, perfect why he's, still down in developmental, but...
13 for Robbie E. What would you say the number would be for main event ready? 3?
Main event ready?
No, main roster ready.
For me, it's usually mid-30s, low 40s.
So you think Funaki's not ready for main roster?
No, I do. Since he's...
Sean here got a 44. That's not bad.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not as good as Scotty. Good girl, kids.
Not better than I thought he'd get.
60, yeah. Pretty good.
Yeah. Better than, Tajiri and his guys.
I hate your misspelling. It bothers me. Are you a journalist?
What?
Are you a journalist?
Not by trade?
Okay, good. See that word "whole" there? That means a complete. Good. I appreciate that. Morgasm? Oh my gosh. Okay, do you think Tony Lumber is ready for the main roster?
Nobody has a role on the main roster with the FBI.
That's true. He's a lackey anyway.
Yeah.
Oh man, Shannon Moore did way worse than Sean O'Haire.
Yeah. Maybe Shannon Moore can fight Sean O'Haire.
That would be a good match next week. 26, 30, 35, 36. That's it. Really good, dude. 64.
I mean, he's a good play. He's in a good place on Velocity, I guess.
Oh, Billy Gunn?
Yeah.
Yeah, we could just make him like a Velocity guy. That's all. I mean, he could be a guy that beats up and comers.
Yeah, sorry, Billy. So, Undertaker was a focal point of last week's show.
Yes, he was. And John Cena beat Jamie Noble.
Yeah, another focal point of the show. Apparently this week we plan to have Mysterio against Tajiri for the Cruiserweight title.
How many weeks until the pay-per-view?
It's not this week, but next week.
So next week's the go-home show.
Yeah.
Alright, well let's do Chavo versus Justin Crow. The next week we'll do Billy versus no, Billy.
Eddie. Eddie versus Lance.
Yeah, next week Eddie versus
Does it work running the draw and then setting up the triple threat that way at Judgment Day?
Yeah, that works. Because next week we got Mark talking about it for sure. Or next week we'll give you Jamie versus Billy Gunn. I mean, Billy Kidman, fuck, why is Billy that online? Did you watch All In?
Huh?
Did you watch All In?
I did.
Yeah, you ordered it?
We did.
That's cool. How did you like it?
I thought it was a good show.
It's pretty good. Did you watch the pre-show?
I did not.
Oh man, you should. It's on YouTube. The Battle Royale is on YouTube. You should watch the Battle Royale. Austin Gunn was in it.
I'm guessing that's Billy Gunn's son.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a fun Battle Royale though. Do you ever do post-show stuff?
Sometimes.
Like a match or what?
Usually just segments.
Like some people on the TEW Facebook group, they'll do like kind of like a talking smack kind of thing, to where they do interviews after the show, which is
Yeah, I only usually do segments. I never really usually do matches. Because the matches never... I mean, I did, but the matches never were really received well.
Yeah.
Because of them being pre-show matches. I mean, post-show matches.
X-Man. Like a third man. I think that'd be fun.
Yeah. I'm just looking at some guys on the roster, and a lot of these guys haven't been booked in a while.
Oh, really? April 3rd? April 4th.
I mean, Angle's not...
April 2? Big Show? April 2?
A-Train, Charlie Haas, Matt Hardy.
Yeah, you're right.
Benjamin... Yeah, they're a tag team still. Say it again?
I also have my sunglasses open in my bedroom now. If you can hear me fucking with my background outside noise too.
Yeah. That might be what it is. It might just be noise coming from outside. Well, also, I just noticed that we haven't used Rob Conway since March.
Since March? Oh, did you go back down to him?
Yeah, he hasn't been... If I had to guess, he hasn't been booked since we brought him over to SmackDown.
Is he a singles guy?
Yeah, Dupree and Grenier are still on Raw.
Okay, well, we could give him a match. We could probably give him a feud.
Kid Cash, Matt Morgan...
Yeah, but Matt Morgan fucking sucks.
I think that's it as far as people we haven't used.
Okay. A little bit. We give them in dark matches.
Yeah. And we could, figure something out as far as, maybe a vignette or something, bringing him in.
Yeah. I like the idea of putting Austin and Benjamin in a tag team match tonight, though.
Well, yeah, I mean...
But yeah, I say, Rob Conway. Let's have Rob Conway cut a promo and say, just look at me or something. He could be, remember that? Just look at me. Yeah, we do. Simon Diamond is going to be in Korea.
Yeah.
Who was the fourth Extreme Horseman?
Was it Swinger?
Was it? I don't know. Was he?
I don't know.
Oh, I think it might have been. It had to do with it.
I mean, do I really want to do a pull apart with those guys? I mean, let's just do a post-match brawl to the back with all of them. Oh. This should work, right? World's Greatest against Lundrick.
We should use them more often because they're a good fucking tag team.
They are. I think we just got caught up with, yeah, we just got caught.
You know what? That's a good method though, is to go through and like use people that haven't been used in a few weeks. You know?
Yeah.
It keeps everybody active that way. It keeps, it gives people proper rest. The people who are being used a lot.
Yeah. Always fun having technical difficulties, though, right? Oh yeah. That's what I was gonna do.
So not used also means it's not on TV altogether?
Yeah, not used means not on TV altogether.
Oh wow. So Kurt Angle hasn't been on TV in a while though. He's our champion.
That's the problem with typing, but they'll go face to face next week on what's it called? Highlight reel. You know what? It'd be better going like this instead. You know, and the one benefit we do have is that if we want to, we can still move Judgment Day back a week if we need to move it back a week. We don't necessarily need to have it next week. We could always push it back.
That's true. Are we doing anything with Matt Hardy?
No.
Should we be doing anything with Matt Hardy?
I mean, I mean, I don't know. I mean, he's not like a superstar. I mean, he's average, but he's not like great. Oh yeah, Disco's challenge. Well, let's set up a. I mean, do you just want to put Del Rio against him? Let's just make sure. Okay, that works. So you want to grab somebody else from developmental to fight him? Yeah, something like that, but... You said see what happens?
Yeah, that's we already have it. Let's just
Well, I mean, that is a good point, because Del Rio was on the pre-show, so he wasn't even technically on Velocity.
And he wasn't on TV.
Yeah. Technically.
But also, technically, it's the same, right?
Yeah.
Is Brock Paul Heyman or no? Oh, Paul's the GM.
Yeah, technically he does. So technically we could run something like this.
Oh, yeah. And I check out Warren's Paul Heyman. Or what?
Him, but Paul warns. I don't know, I like the idea of booking Rhino.
What's that?
I like the idea of booking Rhino.
I do too. I like Rhino.
Everybody likes Rhino.
Hardcore champ.
Yeah, he is our non-existent hardcore champion. Best of 5. So
that means that they need to fight this week, next week, and the pay-per-view. Right?
no, 2 more matches.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Okay.
So it could be either a segment this week and then a match next week and the pay-per-view, or a match this week, segment next week, match at the pay-per-view.
A match this week. When did they fight last? May 1st?
Last week.
Okay. Edge won the first one. Edge won the second. Ben won the second with Canada. Ben won the Edge. So Edge has to win. Yeah, I say do a match.
Okay. And Edge gets the win. Tainted, of course. And then this could lead to a
brawl next week or something.
yeah, some sort of segment, maybe involving Cena. How do you like the show?
Speaking of Cena, he's not even booked in this show.
Well, he was booked last week, so.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's good. We should end it with the segment that always gives it a strong ending.
Well, maybe. Who of the two, Matt Hardy or A-Train, who should be booked in a pre-show match?
A-Train. Put Matt Hardy on TV.
Since we got a shitload of guys down here that we
Brody Lee.
don't necessarily always use.
Yeah, I did Brody Lee.
I mean, if you want to end it with a segment, maybe Brock and Taker would be the best way to end it.
I mean, we already have that big segment with Taker and Paul. Hey, let's just leave it the way it is. Go up here with Edge winning.
Okay.
You can even have Edge. You know what? End it with Edge celebrating.
That works. Good segment to end it with.
Because he's a heel, and so this is his big last win if he loses the series. So he has to have it out.
True. Good point. Good show. And that's what I mean.
47.
I think Bryan Danielson, of all the people that we've promoted, is one of the few people that actually honestly deserve to not only be here, but get pushed.
Yeah.
Brody Lee's different because he's in a tag team with Freddie Midnight.
He's in a job tag team, really.
Yeah.
So, I understand. They don't click.
I understand. Exactly what we wanted. Sets up the triple threat at Judgment Day. Do you want to turn Kidman heel here, or do you want to wait to turn him heel?
Let's wait.
Okay.
Is turn him heel? Are we turning out the pay-per-view or no?
We can.
Yeah, let's turn out the pay-per-view. It really depends on what's on the belt, I guess. We haven't thought about that.
Yeah. Good to see World's Greatest back in a tag team match. Rob Conway vignette. Didn't expect it to do much. Didn't expect it to do much better.
True that. Jericho's Eagles documentary. Think of it.
That really helps their lacking feud.
Trouble at a 60. Not bad.
Just Incredible. Just Incredible in the Lance Storm. Can't expect much more from them, considering they're not, well, Ric Flair on the microphone. Big Show's back.
The Hog Log. Oh, that was a terrible move. You remember that? The Hog Log?
Yeah.
I didn't know that was what it's called. I didn't know how to name it.
Disco.
Falling leg drop. It's so weird.
Yeah, Melina was so much better at it anyway.
Yeah, she was. 22. Roberto W.
92.
Nice.
Paul basically tells him you don't know who you're messing with.
Rhino versus Ultimo. That was a pretty good match.
His injury sounds painful, though.
Oh, I didn't even see that. Ouch.
You ain't kidding. Then again, I'm surprised Shinsuke Nakamura or AJ Styles didn't get it with how many times they got kicked in the testicles.
Oh, man. Scrum confusion.
Really helps their feud. I do believe this was the best match so far between these two guys.
Awesome.
So that is a very good continued growth between these two guys as far as their best of 5 series. And continued growth for Edge.
Hugging the referee for ring announcer. But that 80 helps.
Yeah, it helped. I mean, it helped probably prevent us from losing popularity in all the regions. I'm happy with the show.
9,000 people.
Even though basically it was the back half of the show and that was it, but the front half of the show really,
Oh, let's see what Rhino's all about. Let's see how long Rhino's out with his fucking scrotum injury.
I mean, I think he's gonna, I don't know how, but I think he's gonna work through it.
No way.
I think, but
Oh, they give me gym work.
no, he's out 5 days.
Oh, wow. So he'll be back by next week.
Yeah.
What?
I'll just give him 75%. What happened with you? Sean O'Haire is a steroid user. Damn it.
Oh, damn it. I guess it's fine.
Well, we can't send him to rehab because it's steroids.
Right.
Which kind of sounds a little, like, well, steroids aren't as bad as the other stuff. Hey, Tony Kazina is worldwide internet champion in APW.
Oh, you beat Great Khali for it.
Oh, APW show.
You beat Great Khali.
Chris Kanyon is still APW Universal Heavyweight Champion.
Nice.
Makoa and the Navajo Warrior. Well, when you start thinking that APW may have had a better show than we did, that's when you know that Velocity isn't that good.
It was better than Velocity?
No, it wasn't. But either way, we are now in the go-home week for Judgment Day. As, well, I'm kind of curious here. I don't know why that keeps going down, considering they weren't on that show. And that's the only... I mean, I know why that didn't go down, because we haven't pushed it. Oh, well, that probably didn't go down because we didn't... went down because we didn't push it.
It's Mojo over. I'm just going to get it. And my 2006 save is trying to get him over soon.
Yeah. But we're working on stuff, and I will point out that this feud got a little lower than it probably should have, but that does seem to happen a lot with Chris Jericho's feuds, as it did happen with Chris Benoit before this. But we did get the ability to repair the feud. I think the best way to put it is that if the feud isn't where we want it to be, heat-wise, by the time Judgment Day rolls around, we will push back Judgment Day to make sure that the heat of the feud does not affect the match when it comes to the actual show. Otherwise, we will have Brock Lesnar and The Undertaker main event if we think that's going to be a problem. But either way, let us know down in the comment section below what you think of the booking so far. I know that you could probably poke holes in some of the stuff we've done, but some of the other stuff we've done, in my opinion, A+. But as we get back in the driver's seat of this series, after a long hiatus, it's going to take us a little time to get back the momentum that we had before. So if you can help us in any way, let us know down in the comment section below. But if you don't want to leave a comment, you can always leave a like, subscribe to the channel for more content just like this that you can only find right here at Wrestling Express. Till next time.